Hi, my name is Maya Schnauffer. To my left is Abigail Booth, and today we're going to be interviewing Dr. Travis a few questions on the solar eclipse. Take it away.
All right, so our first question is, are you excited about the upcoming solar eclipse?
This is a huge event that's happening for us in Arkansas, across the country, but specifically to be coming right over our state, our hometown. There's millions of people that are traveling into this state to view it. So yeah, absolutely excited with what's coming our way.
Great.
Tell us some facts and some science behind the solar eclipse.
So sure. So the solar eclipse, the big picture, it's the moon is lining up perfectly between us and the sun, and it's casting the shadow of the moon is going to be cast right on top of us. For about a 3-minute time span in the middle of the day, it should get close to as dark as night. The temps are going to come down, and then the part I'm most excited about is that we're going to actually be able to see the corona, which is the atmosphere of the sun, which we can't normally see, and we will be able to see that behind the moon, which is going to be something I've been looking forward to. I'm 51 years old, and this will be the first time I've ever seen it.
What can you as a science teacher learn and experience and teach your class about it?
I think the thing that's most important for us as science teachers is to teach kids how to safely view the eclipse. And then after that, it's to really just take that little bit of time and go out and experience some of the things that aren't just as simple as watching the moon go across the sun. A lot of people don't know it, but colors are going to change. The way we perceive colors will change in the eclipse. There's these things called shadow snakes that will show up on like a white background during the eclipse. So there's a lot of little changes that happen. There's even just changes in nature itself. Like during the eclipse, you should be able to hear like frogs start to chirp and crickets chirp, which we don't normally hear except at night, but they're going to do that during the eclipse. So there's a lot of little nuances that I think as we as science teachers need to help educate our students about.
So what is the impact that it will have while it travels across the earth?
For one is just the awe of being able to actually see the atmosphere of the sun. That to me is what I'm most excited about. But then just the fact that during the middle of the day, we're going to be put into darkness for a short period of time. I always think back in history when people didn't know what was going on. I bet some people thought the world was coming to an end, right? This would be something that is really mind-boggling to a lot of people, especially in ancient times. But I know even modern-wise, we're dealing with different organizations. Like the Air Force was here, and they were saying that they're concerned about like telecommunications being impacted during the eclipse. So there's stuff that even impacts us today. But I think the best thing about the eclipse is just get out, experience it, and kind of be in awe of what's happening in our universe.
When we go outside, we know that the sun could really damage our eyes. What can we do to help prevent that, just with glasses?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things for us to understand during the eclipse is, anytime you stare at the sun, right, you never should, right? The sun it's incredibly powerful, and having been a former eye doctor, if you stare at the sun, it will burn a hole in the center of your retina and you will lose vision permanently. I've had patients that's happened to, and it's never get that vision back. It is actually a hole burn in your eye. So if anyone that's wanting to look at the eclipse, they need to make sure they have on eclipse glasses, which block out enough of the light and the radiation that you can actually stare at the sun and it not damage your eyes. Like that, hands down, is the most important thing, is not trying to use some other device to look at the sun. It's to be able to just use eclipse glasses.
Wear your eclipse glasses.
Hi, I'm Skylar Powers.
And I'm Emin Wilson.
And we're here today for our first segment of
Unsung Heroes,
which is when we interview some people here at Greenwood High School who may not get as much recognition as they truly deserve.
All right, let's go on to our first interview.
Hi, what is your name and what role do you play in the office?
I'm Tara Miller. I am the secretary here in the front office.
Okay, how long have you been the secretary at the front office?
This will be my second full year as the secretary.
What is your favorite part about your job?
Getting to be a positive person in everybody's life every day. I try to open every day with just a smile and try to make everybody feel as important as they truly are to us. So that's the best part of my day.
What is the hardest part about your job?
The hardest part would be saying no to students. having to follow all the rules and having to not always make everybody happy.
How many people on average do you work with?
700,000 a day, all at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, so what is your name and what role do you play in the office?
I am Tracy Post, and I am a secretary at the high school in Greenwood.
Okay, how long have you been a secretary?
This is my 5th year.
What is your favorite part about your job?
Probably the interaction with kids every day.
What is the most hard part about your job?
Probably the interaction with kids every day.
How many people on an average do you work with in a normal school day?
Counting parents and kids, a lot. Probably at least 100, if not more. Some days it feels like more, some days it feels like less.
Thank you for letting us interview you today.
Thank y'all.
Hi, what is your name and what role do you play in the office?
My name is Katie Fair, and I'm the bookkeeper here at the high school.
And how long have you been the bookkeeper?
Almost 6 years.
What would be your favorite part of the day?
Favorite part of the day would be getting to interact with all the teachers as they come in needing to order something or just need to talk.
What would be your hardest part of your job during the day?
The hardest part of my job during the day would be probably when the phones are ringing and trying to multitask and do my job and also try to help the others whenever they're busy. And I wouldn't say that's necessarily a bad thing, but it does get a little stressful sometimes.
How many students or parents do you work with throughout the day?
Probably students and parents. I work more with the teachers versus the students. So I would probably say on a daily basis, anywhere from 10 to 15, sometimes more, sometimes less.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, what is your name and what role do you play here in the office?
Jana Green, and I am the principal's admin assistant and registrar.
And how long have you been that?
I have worked for the school district for 10 years.
What would be your favorite part of the day?
I would say probably helping the teachers and the students.
What would you say is the hardest part of your job?
Probably scheduling about 1,200 students each year. That would probably be the hardest. Yes.
How many people on average do you work with?
Oh gosh. On average, on a daily basis, well, I work with admin, I work with parents, teachers, students, counselors. So I would say a lot. I don't know the exact number.
All right, thank you for taking your time to let us interview you.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm Emma Wilson,
And I'm Skylar Powers.
and that was our segment for the Unsung Heroes. We would like to give a special thank you to the office ladies who let us interview them today, and I would also like to thank you all for tuning into Bulldog Broadcast.
Hi, I'm Naomi Rogers, and this is Spotlight. I have Cambry Smith with me here today. Cambry, what activity are you in?
So I am a captain of the dance team, and I'm also president of HOSA.
Ooh, and why did you join the dance?
So dance for me has always just been one of my passions of my life. This year I've danced for 10 years in total, and I've been a part of the Greenwood dance teams for 6 years this year.
And who has inspired you throughout this?
Throughout this, probably my parents have inspired me the most, and then one person I've looked up to in dance for such a long time is Katie Rupert, and she was just an amazing influence on me when I was upcoming through dance.
Do you have any advice for people who want to join dance?
So dance is it's a lot. It's a lot of hard work, but it pays off. It's so much fun, and we get to express our emotions through our movements and express the music through us, and I just love that. So if you're going into dance, be confident, be patient, and be ready to work.
What's your favorite thing about dance?
Probably my favorite thing about dance is just being able to express myself. Whatever I'm feeling in the moment, whether I'm happy, sad, upset, anything, I can put it into my dancing, and I feel like it just shows.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey GHS, my name's Ella Thompson. I'm a sophomore here at Greenwood, and I'm here with Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire Holland. I'm a freshman at Greenwood.
And she's one of the members of our brand new multimedia club, which we're starting, and we're here to ask her some questions today about what she wanted to do in the club and why she joined. So Claire, what was your main purpose in joining this club, or why did you want to be a part of it?
I wanted to be a part of this club because I wanted to learn more about broadcast journalism, because that's something that I'm really interested in doing.
That's really cool. So what do you hope to get out of the club?
I hope to learn how to present myself while I'm on camera, as well as just working with cameras and things like that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add or any additional comments?
Yes, I think that joining the Multimedia Club is a great way to get involved in GHS, especially if you aren't involved in any other activities.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Naomi Rogers, and this is Spotlight. I'm here with Alexander Pittman. What sport are you in?
I am in soccer.
And why did you join soccer?
I joined soccer because my parents wanted me to when I was young, and I just stuck with it for 9 years now, I think.
What's your favorite thing about soccer?
Probably how it pays off, and you're a part of a team, and how everyone impacts everyone else, so you all have to work together.
What's your advice for people who want to join soccer?
Be ready to run, be ready to put in work, and just get through off season.
Who has influenced you most throughout this?
Probably my coach. He pushes me to try harder, pushes the entire team, and even if he yells at us, he does it with a good heart.
Thank you.